Hey guys, welcome back to a new YouTube video. I got my GoPro back. I actually found my old one by accident, bought a new one, so now I got two GoPros. So we'll see what goes there. But today's episode is a continuation of the van build. You can see here, I'm right next to the van. Today's build is actually going to focus on doing the interior. So today we're going to tackle creating the whole bed frame for the back of this van. We're going to create a lot of space for us, Gigi and I. So, I got my, this is going to be like the bed frame, sub of the bed. This is just going to be like the finishing for finishing touches. Got my 2x4s over there, got my chop saw and my skill saw. So we're going to go ahead and tackle that today. So, first I'll go ahead and clean out this whole van where it's, nice clean working area over here. And then start measuring stuff out and start cutting stuff out. So, yeah. I'll get to it. Okay, so we can see that we already have our first piece of plywood, or first piece of 2x4 in. Pretty much where we're going to go is right where the wheel well ends, is right when the bed frame will actually end, which will give us plenty of space of bed to sleep in. The height I'm going to be going after is 22 inches, so I have 22 inches worth of storage underneath the bed, and then plus the 3/4 inch, I think it's inch plywood that I got. I don't know, I can't remember. So it'll be 23 inches worth of bed frame with 22 inches worth of storage. So now that we got this piece of wood in, we're gonna have to do we're gonna have to build just the rest of the frame and all that. And the way I'm gonna set up the bed is actually where there's gonna be two parts of the bed. The first part is gonna be the bed that's accessible to the inside of the van. So here, right where this bar right here is, that's going to be the outside storage, while this right here is going to be the inside storage. And what we're going to do is we're going to build like a little fake wall right here, like a wall that kind of like divides it. And then to access the inside storage, the bed is going to be built on door frame hinges where you can actually lift the piece of plywood up to have access to the cubby space all inside here. And then, of course, I have access to the outside storage. We're going to have to just open the doors and it'll just be like some slide baskets and all that. So yeah, so that's the whole plan of the bed really. So let me just get building. Okay, so you can see that we already have the front frame of the bed. We're gonna go ahead and do two of them, like I said, one right there and one right here, which is gonna divide the the back storage and the front storage. A little bit out of breath, I was just running up and down the hill, but so a little problem, the van isn't on level ground right now, and if you think about it, when we're camping and all that, we're never really going to be on level ground. So the van's never really going to be level unless we use like leveling blocks and all that, which I'm never ever going to use. So I'm just going to level the bed to the van. So I just got my square and I'm just going to square off everything in the van so it's level to the van, so it should be fine. So but yeah, I already finished my first subframe, and let me go ahead and finish the second one. I'll get back to that. Okay, so you can already see that I already have the other wall in, which is going to be dividing the storage inside the van and the storage, and there's going to be accessible to the outside of the van. Right now I'm just putting some support beams across it so it doesn't sway back and forth. Like right now I'm giving it a good shake. It's still not moving, but it's not good enough for me. I'm going to put maybe one more and then two more are going across that way. So more support. And then over there, you can see that I already have the wood notched. I'm notching the wood because I want as much space that I can get. So I notch that wood and add one beam going up that way. And then I'll start working on the plywood. And then I can start notching the plywood to fit within the grooves of the actual window grooves. So it'll look more professional. So that's the plan. So yeah, it's coming across good. I can't find any of my 3-inch screws at all. So now I'm, scraping. I'm looking at like the screw bin right now, and just using whatever screw I can find. So I should have probably go get some more 3-inch wood screws. But hey, it's coming across good, and I'll get to it. Okay, so we're at the point where we already have the back wall up. So we, I put in the kind of like the more support wood so it doesn't sway back and forth, and put it through the wheel wells. I just gotta break the screws off on the side. And then you can see that we have, this is the big opening for all the space for kind of like tools and all that kind of stuff, and access to electricity and all that. So you can see that, you know, plenty of space for outside storage and plenty of space for inside storage. And now we're going to work on building the door that opens up to the inside storage. And while the wood right here for the outdoor storage will just stay fixed, because I can, you know, pop down and just lean right into it and grab whatever I need. So I don't need that. While that wall right there would be completely blocked with a smooth wood, you know, for a nice finish. So yeah, let me get to that part. I'll go ahead and start making that door. Okay, so you can see behind me, blow off the lens. You can see behind me that we have the actual subfloor of the bed, I would say. And then you can see that this is the fixed position one where it's not going to move anywhere. And these ones will open up to, and my first problem, it's actually going to be bouncing into that, which is the window. I just noticed it on camera. Okay, you know, little things you'll find out. So you can see here that, you know, these will open up, hit the window as well. So yeah, I'm going to cut a little hole right here so you can have enough room to put your hand in there and lift it up. But you can tell there's plenty of space under this bed, and there's plenty of space over here. So what I have to do is I have to run to the store real quick and grab some door hinges. They'll go here, here, and then another one here and there. So open up just fine. And then now I will work on framing this in so it's nice smooth wood, nice smooth paintable wood. And then take the finishing nails through it and I'll enclose it so it's all set. And then over here will be the cabinetry, and I'm gonna be running a 24-inch and a 30-inch wall cabinets because they are open all the way and you don't waste any space. So 24-inch, 30-inch bring us to a total of 54 inches, which is perfect amount for this amount of space right here. Exactly perfect, right on the money. And yeah. And I'm gonna knock out the walls of it to make it longer. You guys will see in the video. But I'll pretty much finish this bed for the video, and then I'll move on to the cabinets for the next video. So let me go finish it real quick. Okay, so you can see here that we got a lot of the bed frame done. I already threw my batteries in there to see how it fits. Right now, I'm working on some flooring. I'm kind of skipping ahead, trying to get a little more done for the next episode. But you can see that this bed frame is pretty much done. This is the smooth piece that's going to be like visible to, you know, walking around the van. And then you have these pieces right here that will lift up to have access to cubby space. I need to get the jigsaw out and cut out the little piece right there so we can actually have access to our windows. But yeah, so the bed frame is pretty much done. I just could go ahead and add that kind of stuff. I'll add that, you know, in the same video and then end it there. But I'm just kind of like, I've got some new installation to cover up these holes for the new flooring we're going to put into it. And then, yeah, I'm just got some glue and it's some tack cement. So just waiting for it to like lightly dry a little bit. It's kind of humid out. So once it dries and gets like kind of sticky, then I'll just slap it on and compress it with some wood or something. And then, yeah, that should dry and glue to it. But let me go ahead and put up this little nice cover piece, and then yeah, I'll go from there. So I just wanted to show you real quick how I'm actually going to be constructing these handles. You can see here that I measured from this, so right here is a good amount of space between the 2x4, so you're not actually putting your fingers into a 2x4. So I got a quick little template. I kind of messed up the design a little bit, how big I actually wanted it, because, you know, my hands are a lot bigger than my wife's, so I had to make it bigger for me too. So I did a little quick stencil, and then I took my paddle pet wood bit, so to a paddle for a drill, and then I drilled one hole to get the hole started for it. And then I have my jigsaw, which is, you know, really nice. It's really easy to make custom cuts and all that, especially with like wood where there's no beginning for it, for a skill saw and all that. So I'm gonna use my jigsaw and I'm gonna put it right into the hole and then follow around the whole thing. And then yeah, that'll be my handle. And then I'll do the same thing for that one. And then I also have to cut this part right here, the stencil, to clear the handle. I'm gonna be doing it on both. So yeah, I'll cut to that, to the finished product. Okay, I'm pretty much all set with the bed frame. So you can see here that I've already had and notched out my handles and all that. I haven't sanded them down, so they're kind of like, you know, rough to the edges, but just get a little sander in there, 120 grit, and sand it all out. And yeah, you know, they worked fine. You know, I got my hinges on there as well. the thing is, I did run into a problem. You can see how, most vans are usually just straight up. Well, this is a conversion van, so it actually goes up at a curve. It gets narrower to the top of the ceiling. So, of course, up here is gonna be a lot wider. When you get up here, it's gonna get a lot narrower. So I actually had to notch out this entire side. I thought I was only gonna have to notch it for the handle because the handle kind of sticks out as far as the window. But I actually had to notch out the entire side of it. So when I lift it, you can see that there's no space, then bang, see? Notching it out actually helps increase space because I would only lift it up about here, and that's not enough space. Here, it's still a limited amount of space, but it's still better than nothing. You can still reach it and all that. So yeah, that's how the bed setup is. Closes just fine. The other one opens up just fine as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the bed. And that is probably going to conclude this video because I was going to want to finish the bed and get the bed subframe all set up. And then next video is going to be flooring and cabinetry, and also probably installation of the fridge. And then later, maybe the next video after that, I'll start working on electricity and then getting that all set. Never really done that. I mean, I've done 12 volt stuff before, but I'll be running inverters and DC to DC chargers, a bunch of scientific stuff. A lot of YouTube videos I have to watch, but you guys are going to watch me do it, and I'm going to explain as best as I can, and then yeah, so that's going to conclude this video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.